Walking in the Rain. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so what was that song setting us up for?
What I'm Gonna Love You?
Mm-hmm.
Was the whole album. The album dealt with love and love making, communication between two people. It had a sting to it that was a little different than most music that was out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, I remember when you first hit, too, all the comparisons to Isaac Hayes.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, constantly.
I went through that from 1973 to the end of 74.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of 74, I had put out and recorded and produced close to 9 albums. So the talking was over. You know,
right.
It was all over. Barry White stood on his own.
Mm-hmm.
And it never bothered me, the controversy between Ike and I. We've always been friends and respected each other and each other's work. The proof is in the pudding. The cream always rises to the top.
Mm-hmm.
So time has always been my greatest friend because I'm a very patient person.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand the philosophy of patience and time.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew eventually they would stop talking, and they did.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Are you surprised at all at this? Everyone's calling it a comeback, and I guess it is, even though you've always been out there. But it's been quite a while between number one hits, let's say. Last one was 17 years ago.
Yeah, number one. But I'm not in the business for number ones. I've never been in the business.
I know you
as long as I'm in the top 10, I'm fine. I think that this album, no one could predict this album. I like the album as all albums. I love the album as all albums. I put my energy and my blood, sweat, and tears in it, as I do all albums. Mm-hmm. 1992, I had an album called Put Me in Your Mix. Mm-hmm. The album went top 7, top 10, number 7. The single went to number 2. It should have went to number 1. Mm-hmm. Before that is I Want to Do It Good to You. The Man Is Back.
Right, right.
I keep making records. My music is not predicated on man-made numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because sometimes you get caught up in that. Like, here I am, I'm quoting the last number 1 song because I read that somewhere. Yeah. And then you just gave me songs that took me through that whole period. It almost makes it sound like you disappeared for that 17-year period, and you didn't.
No. And there's a lot of reasons why records don't hit. It's not just because of the public radio. The company has to be supportive of the record. Mm-hmm. And in most situations, if a company don't want a hit, they won't have one. Mm. I don't care who it is. Mm. So there's a lot of political things in this business.
Well, why wouldn't a company try to carry a song?
For many reasons. They may not like it personally. Hmm. There was people who had doubts on the Icon album.
Oh, really?
They didn't think it was done well. They didn't think it was a good album. They didn't think people would like it. But that's why you have to stay in your departments. Mm-hmm. Leave creativity to creators.
Right.
And you just go after what they bring you. You support it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because nobody's a know-it-all in this business. Mm-hmm. Nobody can sit up here and tell you all day long what's a hit and what's not a hit. They'd be the richest person in this business.
I'm telling you.
Yes, they would.
So once they see it happen, do they then get behind it, even the people that didn't believe in it?
Yeah, they did. They jumped in with all 4 feet. Perspective has been brilliant. Mm-hmm. A&M has supported Perspective because Perspective controls and handles all of the black artists on A&M now. Mm-hmm. And Sharon Haywood and her small little green berets went to work, a little crew, and blew it up, man. They blew it up.
But you're going to leave. You're going on a promotional tour overseas now.
Going to Europe, yeah.
Really happening big.
Well, the tour is starting in Europe in February.
Oh, okay.
My 1995 tour started in February in Germany, Hamburg. Mm-hmm. And we're going over there to do television shows and a little radio and a lot of paper print, press. Mm-hmm. So that's my second home. Yeah, so I got to go take care of the people in Europe.
But you're telling me the numbers right now on the album, I mean, it's just really exploding.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
So it's all over the world. It's Caracas, it's Mexico, it's Venezuela, it's Argentina, it's Brazil, Africa, it's in Russia. It's doing well everywhere.
That is mind-blowing to me, Barry. I mean, really, you tend to, I think, at least I do, you exist in your world. I mean, I know the album is big, but I think, like, D.C. to L.A., you know, L.A. to Seattle. And
most people do.
Yeah, but you don't think about all these places, how far-reaching music is.
It really is, yeah, and it's even in the Orient, you know, Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, the album is really getting a lot of attention there.
Yeah.
So music is a common language of all mankind, of all women. I don't care where you go in the world, what language you say it in, they all understand love and making love. It's amazing. It's truly amazing.
When you first started out, was that thought ever in your mind, or were you surprised?
I was
when it
thoroughly
was
surprised.
So broad, I mean, all around the world.
Had no idea. I was like most American people. You think American.
Right.
You think from L.A. to New York, from
Right.
Washington, D.C. down to Atlanta. But there are other worlds out there. Now, today, everything's global business. Well, hell, Barry White's been doing global business since 1973. You know what I mean?